What up? What up? What up, though, Pride Nation? Welcome back to another field review podcast show. Each day is getting better for me. At least I'm doing my best impersonation of getting better. But I'm here because we got to talk about what? Our Detroit Lions. And on top of the Detroit Lions, we got to talk about what? Safety prospects. So I'm trying something a little different today to make sure that they don't turn around and kick me off my live, okay? So I'm going to mention a few safeties. Some of them will have film. Some of them will not. We're going to see how this works. If this don't work, I don't know what the hell to do, to be honest with you. I wouldn't even know where to start. Some of the people I'm going to name, you're going to be very familiar with. Some of the people I'm going to name, you may not have heard of, or if you heard of them, you probably haven't went as deep into the film study. But we're going to do that. We're going to also talk about the latest rule change. There's been a number of rule changes in the NFL, but I think there's no rule change better than the one that many people are talking about, which is now there's a modification to the numbers that can be worn by certain positions. I'm expecting to see a lot of single-digit receivers in the coming years. We also going to look at just in general, what are you planning for the draft? And we're going to look at which word I want to use for this. We're going to look at what I think might be the 100% tell to what the Lions are going to do in the draft. Yeah, that's how I'm going to word that. I like how that sounds. All right. So good people, bear with me. I'm still getting a few things set up because I had a few technical difficulties. But again, this wouldn't be a show without technology making me look bad. Okay. Just putting it out there. Now, let me go down here and look at this. First things first. I got to talk about this damn number thing. I hate this rule. I hate it. I know somebody going to be like, oh, this is fire. This is cool. But I just hate the damn rule. I'm not even trying to just not like it. I just hate it. So we're going to start there before we go into the film. Let's see who in the building. We got Looney Tune in the building, hard work and dedication. Joey 2 times, 1 Pride 40. We got James Willis, Angelo. We got Dominique Davis, Cap Ice Cold, 1 Funky Lion fan, Edward Molinda. We got keep on scrolling on down. Let me see, make sure I ain't miss nobody. All right. People, I'm disgusted right now. Oh my God. I really am disgusted. I don't like this idea of a rule change. I just don't. Especially when it comes to the numbers. I just don't like. There's just certain numbers I don't want to see. CJ's in the building. Hatter's House 710 is in the building. Izzy 777 is in the building. Dr. Pepperoni is in the building. Ghost Gunner is also in the building. Welcome as y'all get in here. We gonna have some fun with this. I'm starting it off with this because everybody and their mama been hitting me up telling me like, yo, I know you got to be hype about this. And it's like, I'm not. I'm just not. Like, I'm not happy about this rule change. But the proposal, so let's basically go through what they've done. So we've had a few different rule changes, okay? We've had a few. The first rule change that jumped out to me, like I said, it's obviously the numbers one, but we had we will no longer have overtime and preseason, which makes sense to me. I don't know why you would ever need overtime in preseason, but that's gone. For 1 year only. For 1 year only, to establish a maximum number of players in the setup zone. I just think this is stupid, but I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to have a sideline that is free and clear, and not interfering, because people will have people on the sideline that don't need to be there. But whatever, that don't really concern me. Let's see. This one was submitted by Baltimore, and so it was changed to permit the replay officials and designated members of the officiating department to provide certain objective information on the field to the officials. So if a call happens and the referee miss it, someone in New York can now call down and say, hey, we need to come back and look at that because I think that this is a mistake here and fix it. So I'm kind of with that rule change. I'm kind of with that one. The next one is, again, small, but it's there. This one was by Chicago, which says that it ensures that the enforcement of all accepted penalties committed by either team during a successive try attempt. So, if for some reason I go for, I don't know, a 2-point conversion, or it's fourth, or it's third, and let's say it's like 3rd and 1, and I get a penalty, and then the other penalty is offset. They're trying to make it to where no, the penalty still gets assessed because it happened. Not that big of a deal to me, but whatever. This one was about the Rams, and I know exactly where this one came from because this happened when the Rams went against the Bucks, and Tom Brady threw the ball, and the ball was batted back to him, and then he re-threw the ball to a tight end for a completed first down. There was no rule against doing that. The Rams were pissed, and so that rule is now changed. In fact, not only can you not do that, you will lose a down if you do a second forward pass that went behind the line of scrimmage. So I mean, that's the part that we got at. But this number stuff got me wanting to puke. Here's where it started to say. It said the proposal submitted by Kansas City Chiefs to adjust the restrictions on who can wear which jersey number. Specifically, the approval unlocks the numbers of players eligible to wear single-digit numbers, which had previously been relegated to quarterbacks, kickers, and punters. The expanded jerseys will allow running backs, tight ends, fullbacks, H-backs, and wide receivers to wear numbers 1 through 49. I want y'all to think about this, because you just imagine a game where we are sitting up here looking at our favorite receiver with number 20 on. Like this is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Because you imagine like everybody named mama gonna want number 1, right? Everybody mama gonna want number 2. You're gonna have a few receivers who want number 3, but 1, 2, 7, 9 are going to be a popular number for receivers in terms of single digits. You ain't gonna see too many receivers wanting number 6. You ain't gonna see too many receivers wanting number 5. But 1, 2, 7, and 9 are going to be the popular numbers. Hell, you may even get a few 8s. But let's be honest. Why would we want to see this? Like, I'm not even like just wait till the day that a fullback show up and he's like, "What number you want?" 1. The fullback, or a tight end who just decided, you know what? I always wanted to be number 3. The tight end. I hate this freaking rule. I hate it. I just hate it. It's one of the reasons why I be puking. I remember he used to be a quarterback. I forgot what team it was, but he used to wear number 98. And I was like, this is stupid. I think it might have been Michigan. He used to wear number 98. And I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Why? And I know at the end of the day, it's just a number. But God, why would they do this? Why? And I did. And the first thing, Troy, I thought about was Okuda. Like, damn, he just switched from 30 to 21. Now is he about to be like, hey, can I get that number 1? Like, bro, like this is just a dumb rule. Like, am I the only one alone with thinking that we should not have a rule that allows for this? Now, keep in mind, we got to flip it on the other side, because defensive backs can choose from 1 through 49. Linebackers can choose from 1 through 59 and 90 to 99. Defensive linemen can now go from 50 to 79 and 90 to 89. I just hate this whole idea. This is just stupid. I think it's dumb. I don't think this is necessary. I don't think it was there. And then it says quarterbacks, kickers, and punters will remain 1 through 19. This is bull. I hate this idea. You know, everybody's favorite receiver is going to want a single digit. Everybody's favorite cornerback is going, I'm the number one corner, so I got number one. It's just garbage, in my opinion. It's a way to get more jersey sales that the players don't get themselves. They're not going to get any money off of that. It says whoever grabs 59 is the team's clown. That was Devin Gardner, quarterback from Michigan. I knew it was somebody I saw with number 98 and thinking that this was just ridiculous. Angelo says, I would like to rule if the offensive lineman could wear like number 90 and 99. I mean, why stop, right? Like, seriously, why stop there? Why are we limiting them? Like, that's just this idea that we should be this, why? That's what I'm trying to figure out, somebody. Why? Why are we doing this? And the only reason you do this is because you're trying to garner more fan interaction. You want the fans to be more involved, and you want the fans to be more happy with the players. But I gotta be honest, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this idea. I'm not. There are only numbers. It's not the end of the world. I get it. But you know what? You don't have any idea how hard it is sometimes to watch film of college people, and they got on a strange number. And then, you know, like on college, you know, like 4 or 5 people had the same number. So I've been watching film where I've seen a person with number 50, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then there was like 4 or 5 other people with it, and I'm like, okay, this is confusing. In the NFL, I'm just going to tell you the truth. And even when I played in college, it was easier for me to track with my eyes what was going on a lot of times because of the numbers that they had on. I could not get it confused, right? It's one of the reasons that when you look into most of the games where New England started having the linemen come in as an eligible tight end, it confused the players because they see 70-something or whatever number they had as an offensive lineman number, and now they running out for a route. Our eyes as defenders, when I play defense, and I know a number of people who can contest to this, our eyes as defenders only catch glimpses of things. And at that point, that's where we start to be like, okay, cool. Now, facts, the disrespect towards linemen, shaking my head. I mean, the rule sounds cool, but it would be a mess. Steve-O, it says you stressing over nothing. I'm not stressing over. I'm just saying. It said I could think of other things to complain about, like changing the stupid onside kick that never happens needs to be addressed more than this. I'm with you on that. I mean, I can understand doing some changes there. It's just that with this number thing, I hate it, man. I could just see it right now. I can see it's gonna be somebody. It's gonna be somebody who gonna be like real hyped up, who gonna come in and get like a dope single digit number and be 100% hot garbage. But for the defender, it really is about us seeing those numbers and having a quick glimpse of them. Nobody is going to think Radnau is a skilled player if he wore number 7. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I'm telling you, that's why they decoy those people in there. I'm just saying. Like right here, it says Steve says, to be honest, it did kind of bug me that Derek Brown wore number 5 at Auburn. It was just weird. It's just weird, man. I'm not trying to make it no big thing. Can a player have double zeros? I don't think they do double zeros in the NFL no more. But again, this right here, I got it on the screen. This is what we can look at. One funky Lion fan says, I want 1, 2, 3. And why stop there? Let me wear 9, 9, 9, 9. I mean, listen, I just, you know, how do y'all feel about it? Are y'all okay with the number switching or allowing players to wear whatever number they deem worthy? I just think it's too much. I think the game is. I think I think the NFL is going to make the mistake that the NBA made, and it's one of the reasons why the NBA is no longer king no more. The NBA made it to where basically half of their entire league can get into the playoffs, so that's kind of boring. There's no real consequence to that. The NBA made it to where, you got players who can now take load days. That's hurting them. They made the game to where it's more scoring. So yeah, you get more scoring, but those games are boring, right? And I'm just looking at it and I'm just saying, if I'm being honest, the more you water this down and try to cater it towards the casual fan versus the diehard fans, you're going to lose what makes the sport special. I remember in baseball where it used to get like a high scoring game was 3-1. like y'all remember when the high scoring game in baseball and hockey was like 2-1? Remember that? Now you getting like 11 hits, 11, 12, 13 home runs. Like you getting them all in baseball. Hockey, you getting 6, 7 points. They took fighting out of it. And I just worry. I worry that if we're doing this, how does this affect the overall game? You know what I mean? That's what I worry about. It says, what if a number is cursed? What if a number is cursed? Like, in certain positions where a certain number, they would never be good. I mean, good point. I just had to address this topic of the show because a lot of people talked about it, and I just was not a fan of it. I just wasn't. I'm not trying to be difficult. I just don't like the idea of like my safety wearing number 8 or 7. I don't want it. I don't. I just don't. So, and it's weird because they're like, oh, we're going to lessen the rules up on the numbers. But it's like, for what? Bobby Lane 22. See what I'm saying? Luke, you must have hated it when they started allowing wide receivers to start wearing 10 through 19. No, because see, here's the thing. When it switched to the 10 to 19 for the receivers, I was okay with it because you only had so many. So to be able to have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I get it. You add another group in there. But this junk where I may be seeing fullbacks with number 5, and I may be seeing like it's certain numbers right now that you don't even see quarterbacks want to touch. When's the last time you seen a quarterback with number 19? They don't want to touch the number. They don't particularly care about the number. And so when you don't care about the number, the quarterback attitude is like, yo, I'm not touching the number I don't respect. So I get that regard, but this is just too much. Now CJ says, I don't care what number they play as long as they don't suck. That's fair. That's fair. Joseph Murdoch said they're kissing the asses of fantasy league fans. I think that's what it is, bro. That's what I'm in agreement with you. I think this is all about fantasy football and catering to a group of fans who are not even really fans. They just, so it's just like crazy. Let me see. Imagine how goofy the linebackers will look with single digits, bro. Could you imagine like Ray Lewis with number 1? Like his 52 is so synonymous. We know Scott Mitchell wore number 16, but I think at one point he wore number 19 as well. I think he wore number 19, but it's been a long time since you've seen a quarterback with 19. The popular quarterback numbers are, if you're talking single digits, 7, 5, 7, 5. Let me think. Who else am I forgetting? Single digits, 7, 5. 9. 9 is another popular one. There's been a lot of great 9s and a lot of 7s and 5. The most unpopular single digit numbers among quarterbacks is 6. One is popular, two is definitely popular. When you start getting up past that, you start to see a little bit different. But I just look at it and I want to be able to see it. Hatterhouse says, I agree, Luke. Keep it the way it is when it comes to the numbers. The uniforms being changed and the custom cleats is as far as it should go. Right. Like at this point, it's gonna be like, do whatever you want to your uniform. I don't know. I'm a little bit more traditional when it comes to my football. I'm a snob. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Scott Mitchell is the last quarterback I remember wearing 19. He the last one I remember wearing 19. I can't think of nobody else who's worn 19 since him. So now 8 Elway Young. John Elway 7? Okay, I'm not okay. Look, yeah, Elway was 7. All right. Like I said, 7 is a very popular single-digit number. 12 is becoming popular because of Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. So, and then number 18 was popular at one point because of Peyton Manning. 5 was popular because at that time you had this movement with mobile quarterbacks. You had Jeff Garcia running around, Donovan McNabb, a few others. I'm kind of remembering their names, but yeah, I mean, certain numbers are just. I'm a snob when it comes to it. Now, we're going to get into this film section because I hope I don't get kicked off. I'm just putting it out there, y'all. I hope I don't get kicked off. They got me yesterday, y'all. Like, seriously, they got me yesterday for doing it. But today we are going to be looking at safeties. I got a few safeties who film we are going to watch. And my first safety up is somebody. Now, keep in mind, every person we're doing film watch on throughout the week as we get really quick. Because I think, like I said, my brother's funeral is going to be between Friday or Saturday. I may not have a Friday show. So let me just put that out there. I want to put it out there. I may not be there for Friday, but I'm going to do my best to keep this thing going. But the first person up right here is my man's Devin Diablo. Yes, this guy right here caught my attention in a very strange way. He is he's playing for Virginia Tech, and I see Jack sees it and know what's going on. I see some people already 140 already know what's going on. So why would this guy stand out to me? Okay, first things first, the Lions. If you're being honest, Tracy Walker's probably going to be your free. I can see this guy being more of our strong safety in the box safety, and he does it a lot. And so one of the things that I looked at with him that stood out to me was he was quick on the ball. He wasn't shying away from contact. He does have some flaws in his game. I didn't want to highlight too many of them, but I'll give you a few of them that made me want to puke. The first thing first is he hits too high, way too damn high. The problem is it's still effective, even though he's hitting that high. But he is, according to this website, he is 6'3", 223. He is right here, people. This is him right here. This first play, I want guys like this. I want guys who want the ball. Okay, I want guys who need the ball. Okay, this is where you have to look at it and just see what his eyes see what he is. This guy right here, he wants the ball. And so he reminds me, and this is probably a bad comparison, but it really does reminds me of Harrison from the Vikings. He really does, because where he has the ability to kick in the next gear at any point and jump in there and get it. And if you see this play, you're going to see him constantly making that play and stuff. Now, we're going to look at a bunch of different plays from this guy, but like right here, this is a very high hit, but it's very freaking effective on a quarterback. It's just that he's 6'3", and I don't know if he knows he can get lower than that, but sweet Jesus, look at this hit though. I mean, this might get you a penalty. Look at this. It's all up to the head and everything, bro. Like, but I like the fact that there's this aggression here to do this. there's this ability to want to be in here. But again, another high hit. And it's working. That's what's crazy. It's working. Boom. Just another high hit. It's just there. And so at 6'3", 223, I really like what I see out of him. Now, again, keep in mind, I'm thinking of him in a way of being our strong safety. All right. Now Motown Football says he likes Diablo as a box safety. I'm cool with it. It says I'll take a 226-pound safety that ran a 4.4. I didn't know he ran a 4.4, but I don't care. I don't care. Here's what I do know. I know that he locates the ball, and if the ball is in your hand, he will try to give you some bad attention. I do wish that he would get lower. But if you're looking at this particular frame, this one is interesting because this is everybody's favorite quarterback, the guy that's probably going first overall. Clemson put a really good whooping on Virginia Tech. But this right here is one Mr. Trevor Lawrence right here. And our guy is up here. He just chilling, right? He just chilling. He's covering a receiver that I've already talked about. I got my guys, Mr. Rogers. But look, watch what he does, though. The quarterback's going to look over here. He's going to be looking over here, but he's got his eyes over here. And then he goes and do what I think a safety should do. And so the quarterback, if you pay attention at this point, Lawrence never really looks to his right. Okay. And this is an indicator that he picked up on. He saw it because you see as the arm is getting ready to unlock, he's already breaking over here. He saw that his head never turned to the right. This is something that I know Trevor Lawrence is going to look back on this and say, man, I wish I did this different. Or man, I wish I did something a little bit strange. But again, just peep how the movement works. He see his head never turn, arm is cocked and loaded. And just like that, we have an interception. Now, this next person up here, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. He is listed as a cornerback, and I don't give a damn because who he reminds me of is going to blow y'all mind. It's going to blow y'all mind who he reminds me of. But I want you to know that if you just see it, once I tell you who it is, you're gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to unsee it. He reminds me so much of Jeff Okudah. I can't make this up. He reminds me so much of Jeff Okudah. And if y'all been following me long enough, you know that I think Jeff Okudah should be what? A safety. Stay with me. This man right here is Elijah Malden. Okay. Now Elijah Malden is a guy who plays for Washington, right? He's a guy that is 5'10", 190 pounds. And I absolutely love what I see out of him. This kind of stuff is not normal to see at times. And I swear, ooh, that Salisbury steak sounds good. Damn, you got me out here thinking. Malden, Luke. Thank you, Malden. My bad. Malden. See, I love when people correct me. Get my ass together, okay? Malden, Elijah Malden, right here, people. Look at this, boy. Tell me this don't look like no Jeff Okudah. Tell me this don't look like no. And then the more you see it, the more it's going to be hard for you to unsee the fact that he's a safety. To have this kind of pop in that little bit of range, just take it all in. This kind of pop and this little bit of range. Look at the spacing that he has to cover on this. I'm going to go back just a little bit so we can get into it. Look at the range he got to come and clear to bring a pop with his tackle. Okay. This is nice. This is nice. This is aggression. This is, I'm not going to let you make me look bad. This is what you want. And I want you to take this in. Tell me this ain't what you see Okudah doing. They're safeties. But this guy right here as a safety would be, man, watch this play. Just watch this. We're talking safety. Just sit on it. You ain't got to do nothing else. Just sit on it. Get up in there. Look at the quarterback. Never turned his head. No problem. I'll find it. This dude right here, and on every level, look at this. Look at this. That's some honey badger play. Like just look at this. Let's just go back and look at that one more time for the people. To come off right here, to be aggressive, to say I want it so bad, I gotta have it. I just need it. Like it needs to go down. I want it. To come and do that, and then to be relentless. Oh, where you going? Look how much, y'all, listen. Look how much power he gives in small spacing. Small space. Look at the power. Watch this. Just watch this. Man, this is just straight. Look at this. See, I had to show this because everybody was talking about, oh, well, can he cover tight ends? Right? Can he cover tight ends is what they asked. This tight end is way bigger than dog. Look at this. You think he finna just beat up on me? Do y'all not hear me tell y'all this every single time that if you are in press position, beat the hell out the receiver? Beat him. Beat him and then beat him again. Okay? You got one priority that says, so we're looking at a corner. Nope, this is a safety. I'm showing you that this guy plays corner and he should be a safety. 100%. I'm actually making some fat burgers and a little bit. Man, y'all better stop playing with me and I ain't ate. Damn it. All right. Anyway, back on track. This tight end is trying to get him off of him. But as always, he's draped all on him. Just draped on him. Right? And then what you're going to see is he just wants the ball more than the tight end. Look at that, fighting through it, get the ball out the hands. This is just nasty. Now, this right here. Woo. This right here. This dude. Y'all tell me y'all ain't never seen Okuda do this. Or see semblance of it, but tell me this is not a safety move right here. Watch this. Oh, you coming to block me? I think not. I don't think so. You coming to block me? Oh, okay. Well, first of all, get the hell out of my way. I got things to do. Okay. This is, dude, the dude is a freaking safety. If you can get a guy like this, keep in mind, you're talking about getting all of these guys between rounds 2 and 6. It's a safety. Now, Joey 2 times says, I would not play Malden at slot. 4.6 speed will struggle against 4.3 pro wide receivers. I don't, 4.3 speed or not, he a damn safety. I tell you that. That dude, and the amount of power is unbelievable. Steve-O says he will play Malden as a slot corner. Jimbo G says, hello, everyone. What up, Lou G? What's going on? Don Burr says, y'all in here fooling, making a dude hungry, bro. Yes, right? Yes. Again, it's one of the reasons why I just go by what the film tell me and how I feel that what positions are strong. This guy, he just wants that smoke. Now, next up is somebody who I think is probably the most opportunistic damn safety in this entire class, because I've seen him, like his best film came against the University of Kentucky, but it's what he did here against a quarterback I like with Bo Nix. I'm talking about one Mr. Sean Davis out of Florida. Yep, that's who I'm talking about. This is what I'm looking at. So let's go through and see what's happening here. Sean Davis, y'all may have missed that. It happened so quick. I know at times this becomes a little crazy, but let's just watch how much he wanted the ball and how opportunistic he is. Is that one hand? Is that one hand? Sometimes you got to reach out and touch somebody. Like, seriously. Twin Squad says, are Lions looking at safety as a need? It is a need. Once you get past Tracy Walker, who's our safeties? You got Tracy Walker, Will Harris, CJ Moore. Then what? like then what? Again, I'm trying something different so I don't get kicked off my live. So hopefully I can cover this the right way. But yes, that is definitely there. It's definitely there. But this guy, he impressed me for some reasons that I didn't want to believe. I like the way he got the ball skills, but he brings a little aggression to the team. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, just enough to let the quarterback know I'm still here, right? Like I don't want to kill you, but I definitely want you to know I'm here. Don't do that again, right? And then you get these kind of moments where you think you got a chance for the ball, but it's not. It's just not. And so at that point, we got to keep it 100. Look at this. This guy wants the smoke. Watch this right here. Yeah, see, I need that in my life. I need that. Now, people, let me go back because we can't miss this. Y'all already know I'm finna go with this next clip. Let me line it up. Let me line it on up. All right. Next up on my list is a guy that I've been paying attention to. Stats don't look like what you think they should be, but I put it like this. I saw his film, just them going against Alabama, and it told me enough of what I need to know. This is Tyree Gillespie from Missouri. Don't have no interceptions. And to be honest with you, I don't care. I looked at a number of these people, like LeCounty from Georgia. I've looked at a host of other safeties. He's the only one I saw willing to do this. Right here, this man is Najee Harris. If you know anything about Najee Harris, he will punish you. It don't matter to Gillespie. He want that smoke. He want that smoke. That's my man Waddles. Here go Gillespie right here. Right? Boom. Where you going? What I love about this is that you look in the wide angle. Bam. Here's Gillespie, number 9 right here. Look at this. Okay. Jesus, boy, this right here is just beautiful. Watch this. Oh, you going somewhere? Oh, okay. Oh, let me get that stop. Right here. Let me just look at it. I just want to hold on to you just a little bit. Look at this play right here. That's y'all favorite guy that everybody want at 7th overall. That's Mr. Smith. Almost got his life taken. Look at that. Let's go back from the beginning. I don't want y'all to miss or misunderstand this. I don't want y'all to be lost in the sauce. This is him going at Devontae Smith. And that ball is broken up. Y'all wonder why they so concerned about Devontae Smith's size? Because they saw this goddamn hit. They saw this 100%. Look at this, right? This, Jesus, help him. Help him, y'all. Look at this. Bruh. Bruh. You just go, I mean, the tackle wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. That didn't get you to where you need to be. I'm just trying to figure this out. That wasn't enough. I'm just saying. Steve-O says, I don't think I've seen one person on here want Smith at 7. They want a receiver. And early on in the draft process, there was a lot of people who wanted Smith. He was the Heisman Trophy speedster. And I came out and said that I don't even think he's the best receiver on his team. But stay with me. This man Gillespie said, oh, you think you finna pull me? I think not. You think you finna pull me? Like, I don't know what to do with this. All right. Now, we get to another guy. This guy I have some concerns about, but I do like what I've seen out of his game. This guy is a guy that keeps coming up on every damn stream. It's one Mr. Jamar Johnson out of Indiana. At least three times I get the Jamar Johnson talk. And so I watched his film extensively, and I saw a lot of things that concern me about his play. He does not always have the highest football IQ. And I can tell based on some of the decisions he make. Ramon the Nunez says Devontae Smith looked like Steve Rogers before the Super Soldier Serum. Somebody get that man a sandwich. Dude, hey, people love speed, and he won a Heisman. How much is Gillespie weighing? What is his height? Gillespie's height. Let me go back to it. I got to go back to y'all. Got to give me a minute. But I like me some Tyree Gillespie. 6 feet. Well, according to ESPN is different from the other site that I usually go to, but he's 6 feet 210. This is what ESPN got him listed as. He has no interceptions, people. None. Not a single interception. I don't even give a shit. He just know how to play football. I don't care. He's not to play football, and that's what matters to me. Do you know how to play football? Now, in this case, we're talking about my man's from Indiana. And so it's going to be some things that you're going to see that are good, but some things that are questionable. So let's start off right here. First off, boom. I love this because here he is coming off blitzing. So that lets you know he don't have a problem with being in the box. So right now we are on Johnson. This is Jamar Johnson. Who's Johnson or Gillespie? Gillespie is with Missouri. He's a safety. Johnson is a safety. He's with Indiana. I like the fact that he's already in the box. He's coming off the edge. He can blitz. I saw this quite often where they blitzed him and he got home. Like I like that. Again, where is he at? Did I lose him? Damn it, I did lose him. Let me go back. So he comes off the edge, and let me see if I can get it right here. All right, here we go. So he's right here. He's the one high safety right here. All right. And they're going against Ohio State. And if I'm a scout and I see this play from Fields, I'm getting pissed because there's no need for you to do this. He's getting sacked and just serves it up. And this guy gets it. The problem with this is, after all of that, do y'all see what just happened? After all of this, of him serving the ball up, after him serving the ball up, I got flaws coming. Trust me, them flaws coming. He gets the interception just to fumble it, right? Like, and it's not just that. It's not just that. Even when you go back through some of the other safeties that I talk about, like with Gillespie, I think at times that reason why he don't have any interception because he got hands of stone. I've seen the ball hit his hands. He just dropped it, right? When you go back and you look at Malden got his hand on the ball. His flaw is he doesn't seem very fast. I seen him when trying to go with those more nuanced route runners. I've seen him having a few issues with keeping up with them. But in terms of his tackling and being in a space, that dude is bar none a monster. And again, these are all people you can get 2 through 6 in those rounds. But I'm just putting it out there. All right, I'm just putting it out there. Jamar Johnson gets an interception after this pathetic pass from Fields. I don't know why he would think this was smart. He gets this. He's off to the races, and he's careless with the damn ball. Look at this. We can't have that. We can't have that. You're going to see in this play where he finally does it right, gets a good read, gets his hands on the ball. Look at this. Reading the quarterback, break on it. Again, look how careless he is running with the ball. So luckily he got brought down there. Here go another play where we're talking about him getting into it. And this is one of those ones where I really enjoy, but this is where you got to ask yourself about the football IQ. All right. So it's 2nd and 10. It's 2nd and 10. All right. Look how deep he is in the end zone. Now, I applaud him. For wanting to try to take this thing out. But if his football IQ was high, he would just take a damn knee. He's not going to get far. I can assure you that, because this right here is basically a kick return at this point. So I don't know why he does this, but this is where I thought to question the football IQ. Why would you come out? And then you get tackled here. So your offense is backed up. See, I question this at times. I know this guy can play strong safety. I know he can play free. But God, this is not smart. This is not smart. You cannot have an opportunity like this where your team gets a chance to start on the 20 and you get so caught up at getting this interception, so caught up that you now leave the safety of this end zone when all you got to do is take a damn knee. So this is an issue for me. This is an issue for me. And it wasn't just this. He had another play that I left off on purpose because I'm trying to test something out to make sure I don't get kicked off. And I have not been kicked off yet. So I think my theory is right. But I left that play off where he literally had one job. He's a single high safety. He had one job. Nothing gets behind him, basically. And the receiver runs a post route. And I don't know what the hell he was doing. He went for the interception instead of playing the receiver. But it just don't make sense to do that. You hurt your team this way. Let me look at the chat a little bit. We got in the mix who says a strong safety with no IQ is a no. We need Tracy Walker to get back to free safety. He was elite at the free safety spot. I agree. I think he was way better at the free safety spot than he was at the other spots. And they say you can't run a 4.9 either. Tavai need to do calisthenics. Luke, do you think the Lions will, I guess they put Walker back to free safety? I think they are going to put him back to free safety, which is why I'm looking at safeties who can play both free and in the box or as a strong. Chase can do this. Johnson can do this. Malden can do it. And there's a few others who names I'm not going to show film on because I'm trying to stick to a certain theory to see if this works. All right. Tavai needs to get out of here. That's what he needs to do. I'm not touching Wade. Sean Wade, trash. Let's see. One funky line for some fits plays a big player role to me. I think speed is overrated, especially at safety. I do too. I'm not concerned with it. If the Lions don't put Walker back, I will lose faith in this man. Who you telling? I think he's going to go back there. Now, I kept this film study short for a reason because we're going to go and examine some other parts of it. But this kind of crap right here can't happen. It just can't. This right here, you're looking at this on every level. There's no need for you to come out of the end zone with this. You're not that fast, bro. Take the damn knee. Show some football IQ. Okay, so off rip, I want to address that. Now, there's a host of other safeties that I like. You know, there's a host of other safeties that I like. And so what I'm going to do is address those about the verbiage. Look at the stats and stuff like that. Certain people that jumped out to me based on what I've seen on film. Usually my film watch is 5 games. I watch 5 games of you, and by game 3, if I'm not impressed, I'll watch the other 2 to reaffirm the BS I just saw, right? But 5 games, if you should stand out in 5 games, and I generally try my best to give you the opportunity by going through your seasons and looking at looking at the numbers and stuff. So I'm trying to be fair. Okay. Now we're gonna look at some things. Obviously we're gonna look at some stats and just kind of how does they line up with what we saw from the film. The first person up right now is Devin Diablo. Again, according to this, he's 6'3", 223. I think it was Steve-O who said he runs a 4.4. It says, Luke, did you watch Wiggins or Forrest from Cincinnati? I did. I like Forrest. Wiggins, I'm a little iffy on. Forrest, I like because he's aggressive. I think that's number 5, right? I think that's number 5. Those are my underrated guys who I think you can get later rounds, but I only want to touch on certain people who fit exactly what the Lions are doing, and they did it consistent enough that I respect it. Diablo, in his time in college, has 6 interceptions, 11 pass deflects, 3 forced fumbles, a touchdown, 2 fumble recoveries, and the craziest part of it is this dude has 206 tackles. Now, granted, he's been there for what, five seasons, whatever, right? But I don't care. In just the last season alone, 4 interceptions. 4 interceptions. In just the last season alone. This kind of stuff don't happen every day, people. This is not normal to see this. It's one of the reasons why I like people like Andre Cisco, who I did not show you film about because I did a whole video on him. But I love me some Andre Cisco. Other people that you're not going to see stats on are people like Paris Ford. I liked him, but I'm hearing he got some mental disorders. And I heard he ran a slow 40, which I can care less about the 40 because when I watch him on the film, he don't look slow. Richard LeCount from Georgia, another guy I'm not going to show you any stats on, but he's another one of those guys that I watch. I think he's decent enough. I hated his film versus Alabama. It looked like he was making executive decisions with Najee Harris. I'm not with it. You got to know how to get up in there. All right. So just looking at this, to get a safety this big, somebody you can put in the box, he's not afraid to come up in the box and play. You can play him at strong safety. You can play him at free. It's what the Lions are going to be looking for, right? Versatility, a guy who can move around, I can do different things with. My next guy, this cornerback, Elijah Malden, a 4-year player, 5 interceptions, 19 pass deflects, 4 forced fumbles. 4 forced fumbles. Playing cornerback. That's not normal, people. It's not. Only 4 games. Still had 26 tackles. The season before, before COVID destroyed a lot of things. Look at these numbers. That's a cornerback. But he's 100% safety. All right. Now, Steve-O said a free safety needs to be able to cover ground if they aren't really good at diagnosing the play. Pre-snap, they better be fast as hell. You would think. Yeah, I know Ford is a headhunter, but that's why I like him. That's why I like him. Keep in mind, I don't need you to do everything. I just need you to be great at something. And so to me, like Andre Cisco, he's a ball hawk. I don't care how you slice it, that man will locate the ball. Ford, yeah, he's trying to let you know he's there. And I enjoy that. But again, with Malden, and you're looking at these numbers with Malden, these are safety numbers, and he's playing corner. And so I enjoy watching his film because I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't even want him covering. Like, let's just say we decide to bring him in the box and he do got to cover a slot receiver. He got that ability. Let's say we just want him in the box to take on a running back. He is not shying away from it. Let's say we just need him to spy somebody. He ain't worried about that neither. But if I drop him in the coverage and that ball is anywhere in the air, it's probably his ball. He doesn't have any issues in that department. So to me, it's one of them things where this guy could be a steal if people see him the way I see him. There was one safety I was going to include, but I think he's better served at a linebacker. So when I do the linebacker video, you'll see that. We'll look at Sean Davis's number. Here's another safety. 5 total interceptions, 10 pass deflects. You're going to see a trend with a lot of these players that I'm picking. They have the ability to play free, and they have the ability to play strong. They have the ability to be in the box and outside the box. They have a knack for the damn ball. They're ball players. With Davis, the biggest knock I had on Davis is Davis at times is I'm gonna say he's too anxious. I've seen him take off in a certain direction, and I'm like, why are you running there? And then the ball goes over his shoulder to the right, and he's took off to the left. Whatever he saw on film, if he see a glimpse of it, he trusts it, he takes off. And so that concerns me a little bit. It's probably my biggest knock on him. But God, can he locate the ball? 5.5 tackles for a loss, two interceptions. And you got to look at his playing time. His playing time increased between his junior and senior year, and he produced. He produced. And so that's the way we got to look at it. Tokyo Rockstar says Thomas Graham, 4 cornerbacks out of Oregon. BD Buster says, dang, Luke, you hitting on all points today, boy. Appreciate it. We need someone that ain't going to get us a lot of penalties either, and a good ball hog with speed, but a thumper. Oh, Andre Cisco. That's what you just described to me, Jimbo G. Andre Cisco. Malden is probably a late second or early third round pick. Again, each person that I showed you, I believe can be had between rounds 2 and 6. You got options. I hate to say it this way, but you got options. Luke, you doing offensive tackles tomorrow? I don't know. You got to tune in and see. You got to tune in and see. Like I said, I didn't get kicked off this one today, so I guess my theory for my film studies worked. But yeah, they kicked me off of it yesterday, and I had to relaunch it and everything. So, so far I'm doing good, and I think I figured out the formula to not get myself, booted off of a live. But again, Cisco takes some bad angles, though. That's my issue with him. I feel you. You're not even lying about that. But you know what else? That man know how to find the ball. And for every bad angle he takes, if I can't coach a person taking bad angles out of them, then I shouldn't be a coach. Like, that's how I look at it. Everything else he brings to the table, you don't got to coach. You don't got to coach him reading offenses. You don't got to coach him setting up quarterbacks. You don't got to coach him how to catch the ball. His hands are good enough to be a receiver. One Pride 40 says, Caden Stern, I love Texas football. I love watching Texas football. I enjoy it to the fullest. I wouldn't touch Caden Stern. I just don't. Too many tackles he missed in open field. I think he should have went back to school this year. I think he really should have went back to school this year, and he didn't. And when I watched Caden, you talking about number 7 from Texas, I'm pretty sure, One Pride 40. When I watched him with the open field missed tackles, the misjudging of the ball in the air, it's a little bit too much. He was starting to come on. And I think that's why he decided to go out while he can go. But if I was him, I would have stayed in school. Looney Tunes, I like Gillespie. He knows how to wrap up and tackle. It don't get more surefire than that. It just don't. It just don't get more surefire than that. Let's look at Tyree. No interceptions. A lot of freaking tackles. 146, 1 forced fumble, 12 pass deflects, 2 sacks, 6 tackles for a loss. And the thing that stood out the most to me when watching him is he's just a gamer. If the ball is there, he goes for it. His hands are just freaking stone. It's just 100% stone. I think I counted 4, what should have been 4 interceptions. He just straight dropped. Just hit him dead in the hands. Nothing. I can't fix that. I don't know how you begin to work on that. But he plays, and he plays aggressive. He can cover tight ends. He had his little battle with Kyle Pitts. Everybody talked about, I watched that film. Kyle Pitts got the best of him a few times, and for the most part, he stayed with him. I enjoyed that part of him. But, you know, one of the things that I'm going towards when it comes to players for this team is, can you give me the turnovers? I know that he's had a few passes that he batted up that became interceptions, but I would like to see him get his hand on more passes. Steve-O says, yeah, I've liked Gillespie for a while. He is the only guy to tackle Pitts, Smith, Waddles, and Harris in the open field. Only one I've seen do it. Well, it's sad because I see other people try. So I guess if you're giving out Alfred Awards, you can put a few more names in there. But successfully do it, yes, you're right. He's the only one. Hey Luke, what conference did Brad Holmes pull most of his recruits from when he was with the Rams? That might give us some direction. So I've been working on that, believe it or not, BD Buster, and it's all over the place, believe it or not. It really is all over the place. I did the same thing with Bob Quin, where I noticed that Bob Quin had an infatuation with Big Ten players in the first round, and he followed it up again with another Big Ten player in Okudah. If you look at the first round for him, there's been no more players taken than the Big Ten for Bob Quin. And coming in at a strong second between rounds 1 and 2 was SEC. And you can't go wrong getting your players from the SEC or the Big Ten. So, but with Holmes, because he was part of the scouting department, he was all over the damn place. I've seen a few different conferences, and the gap between their picks are so small. You like 3-1. You know, it's not like a high gap. But I'm still working on it, trying to dig in to get a more clear print on what his style is, and I'm hoping I get more of it after this draft. But as of right now, I cannot say. I really can't. Let me see. Jamin Davis put Pitts on clamps. Yeah, that's questionable. I remember watching him in his film against him, and I thought he did okay in some areas, but I thought Trask didn't help him in some others. But that's another story. Gillespie, to me, is more of a day one starter than the others. I think Cisco can be a starter. I think Elijah Malden can be a starter. And I think Devin Diablo can be a starter. Jamar Johnson, to me, probably can start, but I don't want him to. Gillespie, to me, that's a different story. Holmes doesn't care that much. About 40 times for a safety. John Johnson and Taylor Rapp were both 4'6", 4'7" guys. Right. But you know what John Johnson and Taylor Rapp had in common? Because I was really high. I was really high on Taylor Rapp. You know what they had in common? They had ball skills. They had the ability to locate the ball in the air and track the ball and bring it in. When we go to a guy like Jamar Johnson, yes, 7 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 5 pass deflects, because Johnson do try to go for the ball. He that's what he wants. 4 sacks, 8 tackles for a loss, 69 total tackles, and he did that in 2 seasons realistically. But that IQ needs more work. I think he could be a good player with the right coaching and the right vet around him. But some of the stuff he was doing, I couldn't like. Perfect example, right? Quarterback is scrambling. He has a chance to cut the quarterback off. He cut him off, and the quarterback clearly was out of bounds. He laid into him. I mean, 100% laid into his ass. Like, oh, let me give you this hit real quick, let you know I'm here. The problem is, in other words, I probably wouldn't care, but it was 4th and 1. like you need to know to sit down in the situation. Like, it's just no way of getting around it. Sean Genie says, what about Israel Mukuk? Do you think he is safety? I don't know who the player is. I'm not going to lie to you. I just don't know who the player is. What school is he? What number? I'll look him up. But I don't know who the player is. That name don't even ring a bell. Other people I did consider. Other people I did consider. I did consider Richie, like I said, LeCount from Georgia. I did consider, I can't pronounce dude's name, from Florida State. But my problem with him is from Florida State, and it's like Naheem. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. But my problem with him was I saw a tape where he just he overran Kadarius Toney, and I said, "Oh, okay." Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Hopefully, they don't kill me for finding it. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta black out the screen so they don't be talking about anything foolish. But I saw his stuff and I was like, I wasn't. It just way too many times he just kept overrunning the damn plays. And then there was a few times where he had a chance to be 100% monster and do some things. And it didn't happen. Let's see. Kadarius Toney. Here we go. Let's see. Florida State. Here we go. All right. So hopefully I don't get no problems, people. God, let me find a clip before I do anything else, because I don't even want them to have an opportunity to take me down, right? Israel is 6'4", 205. Yeah, so it's that other dude, that Adewale Alpha. How you pronounce his name? Alpha. His brother used to be in the league. I want aggression. I want ball skills and I want aggression, and I do not see that out of people that should have it. Even the height thing is cool. Yes, Rap is from Washington. The height thing is cool, but it's like, come on. I want more out of my safeties. My safety to me have to do one or two things, and that includes in my opinion, putting the fear in the hearts of the other team. If you're not doing that, I don't really want you as my safety. I just don't. It does me no good if you're not putting any fear in them. So again, I could be wrong, but hey, I've been doing good so far. What about Richie? I think Richie could be possibly a first-round pick, possibly a second-round pick. But I think some teams like Richie a lot, and I can see him going in the first. Let me see. We got Luke Johnson getting players while they are out of bounds. Sounds like some former Lion stuff on defense that racked up too many penalties for. Yeah, he jacked that quarterback up. It was 4th and 1. There is no excuse, none, for you to just. It can't happen, bro. And that to me makes me question his football IQ. You know, you're doing things that 9 times out of 10 ain't gonna make no sense. All right, there we go. Let me see. So I found the clip. This is the best way I could find it. That I want to show you. So I don't want to get flagged. So y'all don't, please bear with me. All right, let me make this big. All right. So this is how you pronounce this damn dude? Naheem. I don't know. Anyway, he up here. He's up here. All right. So I'm going to put this in slow-mo. And I've seen this not just in this game. I've seen this too many times in other games. He right here. Look at this. This is a reverse with Kadarius Toney. And so Toney is now coming around here. Here's Naheem. This guy's like 6'4" or something, right? And so, who has a better angle at getting to Kadarius Toney? It's this dude. And he sticks his foot in the dirt. A hand is out because, we all about happy hands. Thank you for being a friend. And it's like somebody sniping him. Nas Real Dean. Okay, appreciate it. Listen, y'all gonna be correcting me a lot. I suck at this name thing. Rapper is from Washington. Mike Lee out of Kansas. I never heard of him. Luke, tell him, what do you think of a Darius Washington? He's smart. That's the problem. He 5'8". If you 5'8", I should see you jacking people up on a regular basis. I don't see the next Bob Sanders. And so if I'm looking at a 5'8" safety, you better be jacking people up with aggression hits, and you better be able to jump out the gym. I don't see that with him. And for those reasons, I would not take him. Because you got to look at our division. Just look at our division by itself. Allen Robinson. Is he jumping up there with Allen Robinson? Hell no. Is he jumping up there with Justin Jefferson? No. Maybe he jumping up there with the Packers dude, St. Brown, whatever his name is. He not even the top dude. These are bigger receivers and tight ends, and I don't like if you line him up. If you line a Darius Washington up on the tight ends for any of the tight ends in our division, who is he really covering? I just don't see enough. Out of him to warrant. I've seen some plays where I went, yeah, that is nice. But that 5'8" height does bother me. Because if I could just throw a jump ball, like, let's reverse it. If that guy was on, let's say that guy was on a defense last year, he's not jumping with Kenny Galladay. He's not jumping with Marvin Jones. He barely would jump, in my opinion, with freaking Golden Tate. So for me, the height is a concern for me because I've seen in his film where people threw high balls and he was unfortunately just not tall enough. So again, this is as they say, Nas Real Dean. He just got like somebody just sniped him. And if you look, he's still down. I know he got hurt. I don't know if he pulled a muscle, whatever. But it is what it is. Grant and Morig will probably be gone before 41. Yep, I think they'll be gone before the end. You're right about that, Luke. He doesn't make any sense. Take your time. Who you think Morig going to? I don't know, but it's a lot of teams that need safety help too. Hey, Luke, any nose tackles you like or for the later rounds? Well, that's funny. That I got that video coming soon. You got to stay tuned. I can't give it to you today. And let me see. Our safeties got to be at least bigger than the past ones the Lions had. I would be okay if he was 5'8" and he was like playing like Bob Sanders. I wouldn't care. Right? If he was playing like Bob Sanders, I wouldn't care. I don't see that. That's the problem. I don't see it. So, let's see. Our safety, Quandre Diggs was close to the same height, and he held his own. I mean, I think Quandre Diggs is like 5'10", though, bro. I think he was more closer to he was closer to 6 feet than Washington. But I do get your point. Javon Hollins would be a perfect pick at 41 if he's there. I didn't put him on this list because I know that there are certain safeties that are going to get a double look and people are going to get hyped on. And I understand why. But I'm naming people who I think that they should, like Andre Cisco. In my case, this guy right here, I didn't add him to my list because too often I seen him overrun a play. And I did not like that. We should not be overrunning a play. I like Kadarius Toney a lot, and that's how I even saw that. And I said, wow, he just overrunning plays or he tackling too high. Quandre Diggs is 5'9", Luke. I could have swore I saw something that said he was 5'10". I could have swore I read something where they said he was 5'10". Now, the problem with measurements is I don't know who the hell to believe. Like, we can look it up. We can definitely look it up. There's no issues there. You're never going to get me to fight against you on looking it up. But I'm pretty sure Quandre Diggs was like 5'10", or at least they reported it at 5'10". Let me see. Let's see. Quandre Diggs. You know what? I'm going to look at it, NFL numbers, and I'm going to look at what they had in college. NFL, according to Pro Football Reference, 5'9", 197. Let me see. Hold on. And where was he listed at? Hold on. When he came out of college, he was listed as 5'10". Ain't that some stuff? Like I said, they lie. They lie all the time, and I'll show y'all so y'all can see it. An inch we talking. Depending on how you look at it, it could be the thing, but I'll show you. So, and you know what? Let me look at one more source. I'm gonna look at one more source before I show y'all. I do want to know what the hell is it? ESPN 5'9". Okay. All right. So I'll show y'all what I got so far. All right. So ESPN say he's 5'9". This to college, 5'10". Like, I'm just saying, they be lying. They be lying. So, but again, and then you look right here, 5'9", 197, 5'10", 195, 5'9", 198. So they be lying. Let me see. Look at his pro day or combine measurements, Luke. Quandre Diggs. Well, generally ESPN only take their measurements from the pro day, so that's why I went there first. So 5'9". Darius Washington. Let me see if I can find a clip or two without getting myself in no trouble. Darius Washington. I'm just going to show you what concerned me. Again, if you like him, I ain't mad at you. That height is a problem for me. It really is. And I hate to be that guy, but it's a problem. Let me see. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to select film. I think it was a big receiver for Oklahoma. So we'll start there. But again, I'm trying to make sure that we do this right. Luke, do they be lying? We learned that from the Penn State pro. Bro, I'm still trying to figure out how everybody at Penn State just ran the damn 4.3. The lineman, the coach, the strength and conditioning guy, everybody just running the 4.3. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm not buying it. I do like Tutu Atwell at the 5'8" at receiver. Don't bother me as much if you probably talking about us a lot, but you're not putting them out wide. So yeah, let me see. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, it's just not there. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to listen, y'all. Y'all don't have no clue. I'm terrified that they're gonna boot me off, so I'm doing this as best as possible. Is it like a third safety role? I can see a third safety role. All right, let's go with this clip right here. All right. Again, keep in mind, I'm not going to be doing too much showing because I'm trying not to get myself booted. All right. So he right here. This is Darius Washington. We'll let this play, see what happened. I got it in slow-mo so we can see it all develop. Flat foot. Okay, he takes off. And yeah, see? Look at this. See my problem? Like I'm not even trying to make this look bad. But right here, I'm gonna give you one more clip. Flat foot. There you go. Come on, get up there now, bro. Get up there. Come on. Overran it. All right, I guess he done fighting. Let's see. One more clip, and then we're going to get off of here before they tag me. Coming on down. Coming on down. Come on, bro. Anytime you can get in there. Come on, get in there. There we go. And let's make this the last one, because so far they ain't did nothing yet. Here we go. Another run. This all you, dog. Good hit. All right. Again, y'all ain't finna get me booted. we ain't finna have that today. we don't want that smoke. But again, you know, if you look there, you can see where, yes, you can see some things in there, but you talk about taking them where? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, taking them where? I like your idea for a sub package guy. So you telling me taking him way later then. So if you tell me I'm taking him way later, I'm cool. Luke looking over his shoulder for the blue and red and listening for the whoop whoop 100%. Nervous than a muff. I'm not bullshitting, One Funky Lion fan. Yes. They got me nervous. Because if you get hit so many times, they block you to where you can't go live for 90 days. And that sucks. Joey 2 times says, I've been good as well. I can't wait till COVID is over and the draft can get here quick enough. I know it can't get here quick enough. How you and your family been doing? We don't want to get you booted. The family doing good. Coping with it. It's obviously once we do the final burial, then you know the real healing starts, because at that point it's just, you know, cleaning up the rest of the affairs that was left on earth for us to take care of, and then just the small things. Thankfully his children are adults, or at least just became adults, I should say, so that's good. But overall we've been doing good. Now thank you for asking, man. It really does help. I really do. All right, people. I think that's where I'm going to stop at. I'm going to probably give y'all my positive quote. I'll take some questions from y'all real quick before I do that. And then I'm out of here. So what questions y'all have for me? I'm all ears. Shoot. Put them in the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about. Any question you got, let's get it. Also, Michigan, as much as I love this state, this snowing stuff got to stop. It's spring. Somebody tell Mother Nature she tripping. All right. 5th round if he's there, but there's other safeties I like more. Rather take Wiggins, Forrest in the 4th and 5th round. Okay, I like those City boys. I like Forrest a little bit more. But I do like them. Any questions y'all have? Any questions? We are a few days out from the draft. And I'm looking forward to it. So, you know, because once the draft over, comes the fun part. No more speculation. We get a clear image of our team, and I think the Lions get real active in trades. So, just putting it out there. Brady Breeze is a safety nobody talk about. Brady Breeze? Who in the hell is that? Is he coming out this year? Is he coming out next year? Do you know if he's like, give me some information about him. Believe it or not, Jimbo G says, I hate the snow. I love the wintertime. I think everything is better in the wintertime. I really do. If you just look at it in the perspective that I look at it, you'll probably enjoy wintertime too. In the wintertime, you get your most days off work, because that's when you get most of your holidays. You get all your major holidays in that wintertime area. You get your You get the best deals on anything you're trying to buy realistically. You try to buy a house, you try to get married, you try to buy a car. The wintertime, you're going to get the best deals. Maybe you want this new TV, and all of a sudden the winter comes up, and you want this new TV, and now the TV is cheaper because you're going to get holiday deals and stuff like that. So you don't got to deal with bugs in the wintertime. In the summertime, every year a new bug comes to Michigan and locates me. I don't know why. I don't know why he seems to think that I'm the best person to meet, but I hate it. I just 100% hate it. So yeah, I love the wintertime. It's more peaceful. Crime goes down. It's just better, man. Like if my girl in the summertime, if she be like, I want to hold hands for what? What are you trying to do? Kill my wrist? I mean, what the hell? It's hot. I don't want to be touched. Don't bother me. Summertime, in the wintertime, I can care less. Let's rock and roll with it. So just saying. But I am looking at this Brady Breeze guy, and I'm trying to figure out, like, where is he? Is he supposed to be? Let me see. What is he? He didn't play in 2020. So he's the Oregon safety. Okay. So he didn't play in 2020. And he played in 2019. 2 interceptions, 4 fumble recoveries, 2 touchdowns, a fumble, forced fumble, 62 tackles. I'll go watch film on him. Tokyo Rockstar said, I hate mosquitoes. You don't got to worry about that in the winter. You ain't got to worry about that. Says, I'm on the west side of Michigan. We didn't get any snow. Dude, my job requires me to travel in areas of Michigan I don't like. And so I have traveled in places where we got snow and didn't get snow. I have seen the snow follow me home. I've seen it all. So I don't rock with it. It says, I lived in Michigan and it ain't snowing here. I ain't talking about the snow right now. I'm talking about yesterday. My biggest fear is we drafting oh my God. I don't think, like I said, if they trade down, I can see Parsons as an option. If they trade down. If is the key word. Let's see. All right. So listen, again, I may or may not be on Friday. So I'm going to figure out, like I said, the plans are supposed to be for either this Friday or Saturday. And if the funeral is on Friday, then obviously I'm not going to be doing it. And if the funeral is on Saturday, I might just take Friday to myself to just take a moment. So, but either way, I won't be doing the show Friday. I'll do a show tomorrow. I'm supposed to be doing a show tomorrow with Math Bums because we got to talk about some ideas he put out there in these streets. And I'm curious to see where he's thinking when it comes to this. It says Luke about his girl holding hands in the summertime, laughing my off. He don't want to hold hands in the summertime. I hate mosquitoes. I seen snow follow me home from my job too. Be outside in the summer, bruh. See, I'm saying and now that I got my snow blower, shoveling snow is a thing of the past. so it's all good. It's all good. So 100%, can't beat it. I want to give a positive quote today because I think it is 100% needed. 100% needed. And I think it's one of the things that we should take a second to look into. Today's positive quote came from an unknown source because I don't know who this person was, but I saw it and they said it, and I thought this was brilliant. It was beautiful. Steve-O said, listen, Steve-O said, Math Bum on what? Well, we're going to talk about some things tomorrow. Trust me. Trust me, it's going to be a fun show. I promise you it's going to be a fun show. That's where I'm going to use for it. 100% fun show. Today's positive quote comes from this. It's time for you to start living in your purpose. When I heard that quote, I first thought to myself, what the hell does that mean? Live in your purpose. Because what exactly is your purpose? And so the more I thought about it, the more I thought about what my purpose is, I've always lived in it. Everything I've ever done in my entire life has been me living in my purpose. My job revolves around me helping people. The individual me helps people. I'm a natural helper. That is my purpose. And when you're living inside of your purpose, life gets a little bit more enjoyable. You see, I found this to be true on every facet of life. I know a guy who's a mechanic, and every time he fixes a person's car and they get excited about it, he gets a natural high off of it. The joy of knowing that he solved the problem for somebody. I've seen a guy who's a garbage truck driver, one of my good friends who drives the garbage truck, and he talks about how how the world would stink if he wasn't willing to take the garbage. See, he's living in his purpose. And no matter what your purpose is or how you view what your purpose is, if you don't never live in it, you're never conquering anything. You're never going to be able to see and move forward and develop into your full purpose. That's why the quote stuck out to me. It made sense that to live in your purpose. My purpose is to just 100% help somebody be better today than they were yesterday. That was my purpose. To plant a tree today so somebody 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road can breathe. That was my purpose. My challenge to you today, people, is to discover what your purpose is and live in it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend, because I'm trying to get to 3,000 subs before the football season. Please help me. Please help me get to 3,000 subs before the football season, and tell a friend. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.